Hey, what's up? Another haul video for today. This one is mostly going to be magazine centric, minus one manga here by Yuichi Yokoyama. So it's pretty exciting because I've got two new magazines here that I've never had before, never had it on the channel either. Got it recently. And they are the Black magazine and Asahi Journal. So we'll start off with those first because completely new territory to me, at least. I've definitely known of them, but I've never actually had issues before. So we'll start off with this Asahi Journal issue. So to give some information about it, loud as car, the Asahi Journal was a weekly magazine that was published from 1959 to 1992. It was published by the Asahi Shimbun Company, which is this Asahi newspaper. It was a pretty popular magazine in the 60s and 70s because of the political movements at the time. And so here you have some, or you have the table of contents. But this specific issue I got because this is a manga-centric issue. So it says here something along the lines of like manga special, Japanese corruption or corrosive islands. I'm not sure if it's translated correctly, but we have a lot of familiar names here like Takita Yu, Mizuki Shigeru, George Akiyama, you have Yuzan Aki, I believe, Susumu Katsumata. You also have Sasaki Maki as well. So a lot of names that if you're into Garo, you will recognize. And so what I'll do is I'll just quickly flip through all this. So I haven't actually read this yet. Again, this is just a haul. So keep in mind this is like just like a newspaper, a weekly newspaper, but here specifically is a manga special. So really cool here. We've got a story by Takita Yu in color, which is sick. Once I read this, then I'll actually, make a separate video on it whenever I do that. Takita Yu here. Then we've got Shito Kineo, Red Eye. Never heard of them before. But it seems like all the chapters may be in like this duotone color. We have Sasaki Maki over here, which is really cool. I've actually never seen Sasaki Maki like pages colored like this, which is very interesting. What else do we have? Just a couple more by, I think I've seen this mangaka before in the Gendai Comics Avant-Garde series. I think maybe Shio Makoto is how you pronounce that. Then you also have some Ryuzan Aki. You've got this like, I think the ads maybe? Photography? Oh my god, sorry. Just so hard to flip through sometimes. Photography, you've got a story here by Mizuki Shigeru. Really cool cover page there. And amazing. Oh my god, the dragons are crazy good. What else is there in here? I don't think I've encountered this artist before. We've got some Susumu Katsumata, of course. Like pretty much what he does in Garo as well. We've got those shorts. George Akiyama over here, very detailed sun rays, they look like, with handwritten dialogue. I have seen this character before. I don't know, I forgot the manga series it was from, but I have seen it before. I think it was like an orphan boy or something like that. So yeah, that was the Asahi Journal manga special edition. So I should have said as well, 1971, volume 13, number 2. But yeah, very interesting stuff. This is the only issue that I've been able to find of Asahi Journal. But either way, I think I'd only be interested in the manga specials if they have had any manga specials other than this. So yeah, really cool one to pick up, and very thin as well. It is a bit floppy, but just another cool magazine to add to the collection. So yeah, that was Asahi Journal. Now we'll move on to the next one. Oh, I shouldn't show that too much. This is Black Magazine or Black Notebook. This one I have previously just mentioned by name in previous videos. It was like a magazine published by Lemon Publishing, something like that. Ran from May 1971 to September 1972 for 18 issues. So not too long, but a decent amount of issues. Essentially what it is, it's like an avant-garde, taboo, heretical magazine where you're getting a lot of like erotic and vulgar, risque content. You have mangaka, illustrators, photographers, I guess writers, essayists, a lot of different mediums coming together to contribute to this pretty vulgar magazine. Some names, actually you'll probably recognize a lot of names. A lot of people have contributed to this magazine in the past. For example, you have people like Yukio Mishima, you have Akasegawa Genpei, you have Gara artists like Hayashi Seiichi, Eroguro, and like, Toshio Saeki has contributed as well, Yosuke Inoue too. So a lot of those avant-garde artists have contributed to this magazine, which makes it pretty cool. Content-wise, if we go through, so we'll start off with this one here. This one is which one was this? This is this is the August 1972 issue. And this one, I will have to be careful with all of these because I'll just put this in here in the meantime. Also, the back is just advertising for watches, which is pretty funny. Here's just an example of what's inside. I did do a quick flip through before. A lot of erotic stuff, so very difficult to show off. But here's the table of contents. Do I recognize anyone? Fujisawa Mitsuo isn't here, actually. Gara artist. Other than that, I can't really recognize anyone else. It does vary. There's a lot of different artists and mangaka, photographers. We've got something called Kutsu or shoes by, I'm not sure who. So many erotic drawings in here, so very difficult to show off. But in the few illustrations that we have, great stuff. It's very text heavy, to be honest. So if you are looking to pick this up, keep in mind that it will be very text heavy. We've got a little ad here for Yoshihiro Tatsumi for maybe a new manga series, like a collection maybe. For example, this is what it looks like, just a lot of text. And we've got the Fujisawa Mitsuo chapter here. So if you watched the Garo videos, actually it's only 2 pages, but if you watched the Garo videos, did a lot of stuff in the 70s. We've also got this here. See, I'm mainly in it for the illustrations, to be honest. I don't think I'll be reading any or much of the text at all, because there is a lot. But yeah, they're pretty thin, only like 120 pages or so. Nothing much. It's very, very yellow in this one. So that was what was that? August 1972. Then this one, I will refrain from showing the cover too much. This one is the 1972 July issue, number 16. And this one was number 17. So, let's see here. Hard to show off. Okay. Do a little peek there. Got some tattooed people. Photography, which I can't show, but I can show this part. Interesting stuff. And here are the table of contents. Do I see anyone that I know? Not really. Just looking at the moment, I can't really recognize any names. But let's just flip through and see what sort of illustrations we get for this one. I guess I can show this. Not too sure what's happening there, but got a lot more text. This is quite interesting. I can't show the bottom half of that, but very dark ink. To the illustration, same artist. I will try to find, I don't know what that says, but that's the artist there. Great stuff. Let's see if there's anything else. A lot of nude photography as well in these issues. So I should probably put something so that you have something to stare at while I try to figure out what I can show. Not much, really not much I can. Oh god. I should have checked beforehand, but either way, it's difficult to even find any pages at all that I can show. But very text heavy. They are quite rare though, because you know they only lasted for like a year or so. Probably a low print run because of the content, how taboo and heretical it was at the time. But yeah, that was the July issue. Oh, and I have to censor the cover page as well. But yeah, that was Black Magazine or Black Notebook. There have been other issues with Hayashi Seiichi cover art. For example, I know there's one with Toshio Saeki on the cover. You have one with Yosuke Inoue too. So a lot of different ones. I couldn't find those, but I found these ones, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, 2 new magazines to add to the collection. Not specifically manga magazines. This was, you know, just like a weekly newspaper with a manga special, and these didn't really have manga, but you have a lot of recognizable names from artists and manga alike. So yeah, that was that. Next one, we'll move on to the actual manga for today. Well, we do have manga magazines, but here is a manga by Yokoyama Yuichi titled Kyozo or Giant Elephant. This is a new book of his released in 2024, and I believe published by 888 Books, and this one is actually signed. So I got this from Lucky Records over here, and let me find the signed page of it. So this is what it looks like. Always gotta love some Yokoyama Yuichi, and here we go. This is the signed page, and there is also, I'll probably link as well on Instagram, a reel or like a video of Yokoyama doing the signatures, and how he does it is he holds like multiple pencils at once and he does this, so that's why you can see that pattern there. But this book is it includes short stories from 2000 to 2023, and it has a lot of there's a lot of different types of stories in here. For example, in the description it says there's a chapter that is a homage to Hokusai manga. You've got a homage to Akatsuka Fujio, some exhibition works and stuff for museums. You've got original drawings like this, for example. So pretty cool stuff. I have still yet to make a Yokoyama video, mostly because for me it's pretty difficult to put into words why I actually like Yokoyama and his artwork. I am very much obsessed with his works, don't get me wrong, but I have to figure out a way to put it into words. So I'm still figuring that out first before I actually show off and do a specific video on him. But I do have a lot of Yokoyama books. I don't have everything. He's got some stuff that is quite rare, but there's also this little section at the back which is really cool. I believe this is like explaining all the references. So this is, for example, the Hokusai stuff. You've got even JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. This is like what, part 3? The Akatsuka Fujio. So he also has like some Taiga Tateshi stuff too. So yeah, just explaining some of the references that he's made throughout these stories. And you've got some of the exhibition as well. It's really cool stuff. If you're into just very unique manga, then Yokoyama Yuichi is definitely a great mangaka to check out. So yeah, this is what it looks like on the inside. Really, really cool stuff. And also love how big it is. I wasn't expecting it to be this big in comparison to Black Magazine. This is how it is, and very good quality book as well. So very happy that I managed to get this for a good price, considering it was signed as well. Okay, so that was that for the Yuichi Yokoyama, and I'm just going to pull out some of the Axe issues that I have here. These ones technically aren't a haul because I've had them for a while, but I just figured, you know, I only had 4 books to show off, and most of them were magazines, so I might as well just show off some random Axe magazines off the shelf. And I just picked some that had Hetauma artists on the cover. So these two, we've got, what is this? Number 32 and number 83 with Goto Yuka on the front, who did Justice Corps, Seigitai, who's a Hetauma artist. And these two have covers by Shiriagari Kotobuki, who did Jacaranda, which I've showed off as well. So this one is volume 24. This one is 60. So we'll start off with the earliest one. So what I'll do is I'll just flip through. Just wanted to put extra content for the video and just show off more manga magazines. So here we go. Table of contents. I love in the old Axe issues, they had these fold out art pages. This one here is by Shirigari Kotobuki, and this is what it looks like there. Sit in all chill. We've got like an interview with him. And yeah, let's see what sort of artists we have. So I believe their name, I keep messing up their name. Torayama. You know what? I will put that in the description. I keep messing up their name. Forgot how to pronounce it. So we'll go through here. A lot of new artists. This one, Kurihara Takashi maybe? No, I was wrong. I was very wrong. Okay. We've got, this here on the left is Takashi Nemoto. On the right, don't know who that is actually. Not too sure. I don't recognize that name, but we'll continue. Cool section as well with just the blue. But yeah, I still haven't read too many Axe issues, to be honest. Well, as of recently, I guess, I've been more doing Garo Axe here and there, but mainly Garo. Oh, we've got here Tani Hiroji, who did Guns N' Roses. Is this Kano Osamu? Yes, this is Kano Osamu. One of my favorite mangaka I've discovered recently. This is Fukumitsu Shigeyuki. Love his art. Yeah, that was volume 24. Let's go into volume 60. Let's see if it has... Nope, so no color foldouts for this one, unfortunately. But we've got a chapter here of Seigitai by Goto Yuka. We've also got a Nishioka Kyodai chapter as well. So I always highly recommend to find Axe and Garo issues, because you'll get crazy stuff like this. You don't, like, even going in blind, sometimes I would look for specific issues if they have a mangaka that I like, but sometimes as well, it's not like, it's also like a hassle to just find issues. It's also better to just go into it blind. For example, this one here, Komatsu Shinya, never heard of them before. Their art looks amazing. This is the first time I'm seeing it too. First time I'm really flicking through it in detail. But there is so much that you can just learn and explore these issues, like crazy stuff. So pretty much this section of the video is just like a PSA on how cool Axe is. So we'll go on to 32. So because this is one of the earlier issues, it still has those color pages. So this one is by Goto Yuka. Goto Yuka is a master of color. There's nothing in the back, just this one here. It's crazy stuff. Here's the table of contents. Let's do a quick run through. We've got Justice Core as well. I still haven't finished reading Justice Core. Just got the last volume left. There's 4 volumes. We've got Sumedeko Hoshizono, which I still haven't read. Her Genesis book. Kurihara Takashi, very cute alien stuff. Shigeyuki again has popped up. Toranosuke Shimara, maybe that's the name of the artist that I couldn't pronounce before. Kano Osamu, great stuff. Nishioka Kyodai. So Nishioka Kyodai appeared in a lot of the earlier issues, but I mean, they haven't been active since early 2000s, unfortunately, because one of my favorite artists of all time. This one here is volume 83, issue 83. Again, Goto Yuka, but since it's a later issue, there is no color page. But we have here, this is Goto Yuka on the right. This is, I'm not too sure who that is, to be honest, but got an interview. And this one is not Seigitai. It's a different series or chapter, maybe. I've never seen this one, actually. So that's pretty cool. Seigitai is the only series from Goto Yuka that has been put out in tankobon form. You've also got some Sakebashira here. Sakebashira Imiri. Is it from a specific book? Let me just check. I don't recognize. Maybe Hataraku Kappa? Not too sure. This is really cool. Double page spread. Kotobuki. You have, Nakano, what was her name? Nakano Shizuka. Yes, Nakano Shizuka. I've read some of her work. Does some pretty cool stuff, actually. Do I recognize anyone else? Not really. But I'm so happy that... before I continue. Karakasa Kitan by Fujiyama Fujito. This one looks like a one-shot. Yes, so I have showed off one of their works before, so they do woodblock manga. It's the work that I showed off was one complete story, but this is a short story, a part of their other tankobon. So they've only ever released 2 tankobon. So that's pretty cool here. That has popped up. More Kano Osamu. And yeah, what I was saying before was that I'm so happy that these axe issues aren't the bricks that and the phone book sizes that like Jump, for example, are, because otherwise I probably wouldn't collect them. And same with Garo. Like Garo, even though it's a lot bigger, they're thin. They're not as thick as the Jump issues. So, you know, collecting it is it's way easier than collecting those things, like all the current magazines. It's hard to just have enough space for it. But yeah, so that was, and we've also got here a advertisement for Susumu Katsumata's, it's called Deep Sea Fish, but I think this is just the original version of Fukushima Devilfish, if I am recalling correctly. But that's cool as well. But yeah, so that was the end of today's haul video. Very exciting. 2 new magazines to add to the list of what I own. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.